Welcome back to the Difference Engine podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Oakes. Today is about definite major purpose. It's a topic that came up with my coach today, and he was encapsulating part of my journey he's watched me through in the last couple months. Definite major purpose is a term coined by Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read that book, definitely worth reading. It is very dense, and you will probably need to read it more than once. Keep a notebook with you because you got to translate certain parts of it into normal language, modern, understandable language. It's a kind of a King James Bible of its own type. At any rate, the concept behind definite major purpose, I've seen it play in my life several times, and my coach was talking about things he's seen in my life, how it's come to play recently for me. But the basic premise of it is you have a desire, a formulated goal, and in business coaching we have a process that we coach. Dreams, goals go to learn, plan, and then act equals results. That's a formula for success in life. So if you first have a dream, which is a non-formed impulse, a desire, but no parameters on it yet. There's no timeline. There's no quantification. There's no resources for it, or not even a how. There's no how. That's a really, really big thing about dreams is you don't worry about the how. That will kill your dreams instantly. If you have this feedback loop in your head where you think of a cool or amazing or fun thing that you want, and the first thing your brain goes is, how would I do that? You're crushing your own dreams. It's probably a learned behavior from people in your life. It's probably because you had very practical parents or because you've been disappointed a lot. Quit asking how. Ask, do I really want this? That's a great question. Do I really want this? If you do really want it, turn it into a goal. A goal is, I will strive to accomplish this thing, or I'm aiming to get this thing by this time. I want to have this realized by X date, or I plan on pulling these resources into place. I'm going to meet this person or use this contact I have and start formulating a plan on it. It's still not necessarily a how, because there has to be some element of faith in the completion of the journey. The desire, what people get mixed up, especially now, especially in a scientifically based mindset, a very practical black and white mindset and culture, is desire beats facts. A strong pull of human desire and intention beats facts. It's almost the whole premise of Napoleon Hill's book. People time and time again accomplish what they're after, even though it doesn't make sense when they start. They don't even have a full roadmap for the end. That's what faith is you start off without knowing how it's going to end, but you believe that if you act on what you feel and what you want, you will achieve it. So it's dreams, goals, and then in Action Coach, the difference between goals and a to-do list is you can't just knock off a goal. If it's something you could achieve right now, then it's a to-do list. If you can cross it off tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon after you do it, then that's a to-do list. A goal makes you change to get there. Super important. It makes you change to get there. So you go from dreaming to a goal, planning, beginning, and you go to learning, which is the beginning of the change process you undergo, because you will not know how to get there effectively from the start. It's going to cause you to change, and the beginning of that change is knowledge. Dream, goal, learn, plan. At that point, then you have to cast some path in front of you. That doesn't mean that you necessarily have the whole path in front of you, but you do the learning before the planning, because that would be silly to reverse it. Learn first, plan next, then act, and that equals results. Dreams times goals times learning times planning times action equals results. The reason most people fail in their New Year's resolutions is because they go from dream, half-baked goal, act. They cut out any learning they need to bridge the gap, and they cut out any planning they need to make it sustainable. So, why does this matter for definite major purpose? Uh, Think and Grow Rich is chock full of stories that don't make sense at the beginning, and the people achieve what they were looking for. And the stories are dated for sure, but it happens all the time. It's a principle of business. And after you read the book or listen to the podcast, you'll see it all the time. And what happened recently in my business is I was in a period of ramp up of really, really intense marketing, of intense networking, and putting in even more effort than even needed to be there. And I think the reason most people don't see this at play in their life is because they are usually so below the bar of intensity. They're so below the threshold of intensity, they never see the principle come into play for themselves. I don't think it's because of lack of effort all the time. I actually think it's more distraction. So Napoleon Hill called it definite major purpose, meaning humans can't have just one purpose. That would be crazy. You need to eat and take care of your relationships and family. You need to have some other interest in life besides one singular thing. You're not a cyborg. But it does need to be definite, and it does need to be major, and it needs to be sustained. So a friend of mine is a psychotherapist, and she had this beautiful quote, and I knew it was right when she said it because I've heard things similar to it, but she said it the most succinctly. And she said, if you want to make a human, all you need are repeated thoughts. If you want to make a human being, they're just composed of the things they think of over and over. Humans are their repeated thoughts. I think, therefore I am. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you want to change, if you want to alter your reality, alter what you're receiving, alter what you're seeing, alter what you're experiencing, it starts at the thought level, and that comes from a definite major purpose. And the purpose comes from a burning desire. That's also part of Think and Grow Rich. If the desire is weak, that's really what visualization is about. And people, I won't say they misuse it, they misunderstand it. People use visualization as some like extraneous or new age or whatever tool where they're like, I'm going to make my life so devoid of conflict by just imagining it great all the time. I don't know if you got there through a visualization, please DM me. I'd be curious to hear your experience and how you got there. I don't know anyone who's visualized their way to no conflict in their life or no problems at all. Maybe change them. Maybe not the same stupid problems you had before. But at any rate, visualization is really about stoking the desire. It's really about causing you to want it more. And it works when you can visualize a thing. Like, we have reverse engineered the product. We've dumbed it down so much that visualization is the point of visualization. We now think, I'll visualize and I'm going to use my 5 senses because that's how you do it the best. Well, forget it that it's the best, whatever. Using the 5 senses works because it immerses you. And there's no point, like, you don't use the 5 senses to immerse yourself to check the box. You do it because you want all your senses alive to experience how good it is, to stoke the desire you have for it. That's the key factor. The more you can experience it in your repeated thoughts, the more you become it. Now we go back to the formula, dreams times goals. That's the beginning section. So now we're taking the dream and crystallizing it into a goal, and then learning, planning, and then acting on it. The acting comes out of the previous 4 steps. So if we have spent this time crystallizing it, making it real, imagining it in 5 senses, learning and planning to change ourselves into it, that process is proven solid over the course of human history to bring about, to realize, to manifest that experience. It's not, I mean, it's scientifically proven at this point, but besides that, it just bothers me when people use visualization and affirmations as a thing unto themselves. They are not. There's a reason we use them the way that we do, and there's a reason that they accomplish things, and there's reasons why they don't work. And the only reason why they wouldn't work is because dude, I've talked to lots of people who spend tons of time visualizing and affirming things to themselves, but it's not even what they really want the most. They borrowed the affirmations from somebody else. They're chasing someone else's dream. It's not theirs. Your affirmations won't get you there then. Your visualization will not get you there then, because the desire is missing. If the desire is weak, you got to get to the root of that. Do you sort through where it came from? Or, I mean, the best thing you could possibly do is take a pen and a paper and go to a park or a quiet section in your house or a coffee shop, put on headphones and write the phrase, "What do I want?" if you're brave. And then underneath that, plan to fill out the whole page, because probably the first half of the page will be nonsense. It's okay. Like, let it out. But when you write it all down, put it away, come back to the next day when your emotions have passed and reread it, and the things that are true in that page will jump out to you as real desires. And then you have the beginning of something. You have the raw ingredients to start cooking with. If you have questions on this or want to chat more or are curious about definite major purpose, check out Think and Grow Rich or DM me on any social media platform. My handle is The Difference Engine. Thank you for listening and have an amazing week.